Hi.
Hello.
How are y'all doing tonight?
I'm doing good.
I'm doing pretty good too. Thanks for asking. We're playing the new game from NomnomNami, Bad End Theater.
We have been waiting for this eagerly for quite some time.
Full disclosure, Nami did send us a copy of this game. And we're more than happy to play it because, to be quite honest, we were looking forward to it already. So
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
let's go ahead and get in on this. And hope that I hard read all the settings correctly on my first try. Welcome to Bad End Theater. On this stage, we shall be toying with fate.
My favorite hobby.
Yes! Well, you will make many choices, unlocking darker and darker paths, all in order to witness a lovely variety of tragic events. But first, allow me to explain how it works. To begin the tutorial, select whichever doll you like. Let's try this one.
Yeah. Yeah.
You want the demon doll?
Demon doll.
Did you see Welcome to the Tutorial, Chiron? I cut it off, but you control the demon doll. You're a fierce-looking guy just minding your own business, all right? How will you interact with the human doll? Great question.
Let's play nice.
Well, this one says wicked above it. I think it's a pretty wicked option. Wicked. You killed the human doll in cold blood. How ruthless.
Does that make sense to people who aren't from here?
What you think that's a New England localism?
I don't know. Is it?
No.
Okay.
That's a general thing.
Okay.
No, why would you think that's a New England?
I never heard it till I moved up here.
Oh, fair enough, Flatlander. You found your very first bad ending, but don't worry, the story need not end here.
I see.
Let's reset the stage and try again. This time, try controlling the other doll.
Yeah?
You control the human doll. You're a friendly little guy just minding your own business. How will you interact with the demon doll? Hostile. Let's attack it.
Wow, rude.
It's called Bad End Theater. I want to see the bad ends. You both attack each other at once and achieve the worst possible outcome. What an excellent bad ending made possible by your decisions. You will do well in this theater.
I'm getting the feeling we won't do well in this theater.
It's saying that we're going to do well by finding the most exquisite bad endings. I think I'm going to do splendidly. Now that you know how the story goes, you can set the doll's behavior in advance. Just as you just saw, these behaviors will automatically be set to what you chose during your last playthrough. But now you can turn each one on or off without having to replay from that doll's perspective. Yes, my theater actually doubles as a puzzle game. Now try turning the doll's behaviors on and off to see the different outcomes.
Interesting. Well, let's see what happens if
they're just friendly?
Yeah.
Okay. You control the demon doll. You're a fierce-looking guy just minding your own business. How will you interact with the human doll? Play nice. You and the human doll are able to set aside your differences and become friends.
Yay.
End tutorial. I think we're good. I think we get it. Do you understand how to play? I think we get it. This game saves your progress automatically, so just relax and collect all the bad endings at your own pace.
I see.
Yes! Now, without further ado, come and see the show. All right, who we got? We got 4 characters here. We got the hero, we got the maiden, we got the underling, and we got the overlord. All right, who are we going to be first?
Why not start with the hero? Classic tale.
All right, let me get my shonen protagonist voice going. Excuse me. You are the hero. You like to think of yourself as a pretty reliable and swell guy. I'm pretty reliable and pretty swell. My life has been rather ordinary, aside from the occasional heroic adventures fighting evil monsters and whatnot. I'm told a maiden from my village has been kidnapped and is likely being held captive at the nearby demon overlord's castle. That's no good. Who even puts a village right next to where an entire demon army hangs out? I don't get it. I'm just happy to protect the townspeople, though. I was born to play this role. I head off on my adventure to rescue the maiden. But demon soldiers block my path. I could kill them to gain experience. Dutiful, huh? Shall we bravely slaughter the evil creatures?
Sure, why not?
Well, yeah, let's do it. I make quick work of the vile creatures who stand in my way. I feel much stronger now, and I've got blood on me. That's where the blood goes.
I see,
I see. I mean, where else were you going to put it? People won't see it if it's under my clothes or under my skin. After a long trek, I make it to the castle's front gates. I'm faced with an army of demons that all look very intimidating. There's no way to sneak past these monsters if I want to reach the Overlord. They probably won't let us in now that we've killed some people, so let's go ahead and just cut through. Haha! I gather my courage. This is what must be done in order to rescue the maiden. These are evil demons anyway. The world is much safer with them gone.
I'm getting the feeling they may not be evil demons, and the world may not be safer with them gone.
Don't look too much into it. I'm sure it's not misleading at all. Don't worry, there's nothing more to be gained from analyzing this any further. That's what I tell myself while I kill one after another on my way to the Overlord's chambers. The Overlord appears, demanding to know what the hell I'm doing to all her soldiers. What's the Overlord sound like?
What the hell are you doing, murdering all my soldiers?
Oh, I like that. I get straight to the point and ask her, hey, where's the maiden? She feigns ignorance, a continuing act, but you won't be fooled.
I'm ignorant.
But I won't be fooled. The maiden isn't here, then what happened to her? I can see only one answer. The Overlord definitely captured her. In fact, it's possible she's already been devoured. Thinking about that poor maiden's fate fills me with hatred. I fight the Overlord with everything I've got. I'm gonna fight you with everything I've got, Overlord.
Oh no.
Why does the Overlord sound like she just does not have time for any of this shit? I like it. They were just like, fine. I become strong, and from the hordes of demons I took down before this final battle, the Overlord is almost no match for me. I cut her to pieces, and the Overlord has fallen.
I've fallen and I can't get up.
That's where you should stay, then. I breathe a sigh of relief. My job is not yet finished. I search the castle. Unfortunately, I find no sign of the maiden within its walls. Just as I suspected, she must have already been devoured. I feel hollow. A great evil has been banished from this world, but what does that matter if I were too weak to save someone? I stand alone amidst the carnage and ponder what it means to be a hero. I return to the Overlord's remains and wrap her head in my cape to bring back to the village. Surely my great victory will be celebrated. Yeah! Failed hero end.
All right.
Excellent. I killed everything.
Let's
reset the stage.
Yeah.
Do we want to try more? Shall we try a couple of different variants on the character before moving on? Or do we want to skip around a lot here? Like, I feel like there are two ways we could approach this. We could either try a couple of different more hero things, toggling stuff on and off.
Okay.
Or we could hop right to a new character. What are you feeling?
I don't know. I guess that depends on how we want to split up the voicing.
That's true. Why don't we go ahead and why don't we just let's try a different character for now.
Yeah, let's give them each one go so we get a taste of each character's storyline, and then play around and see where we can go with it.
Sounds good. All right, maiden, take it away.
I am a maiden. I live in a peaceful village next to a spooky demon overlord's castle. I'm told that I'm fated to be captured by the Overlord one day because I'm a beautiful young girl. Demon Overlords apparently love capturing those. So I'm told.
It's true. I read it in a book once.
I think of how I haven't heard of that actually happening to anyone, but maybe the demons just haven't been given the opportunity? Who knows? I feel weirdly jealous about it, but I'm not going to think about that. Anyway, I'm in church. I pray to my God, asking why I have been born into this role of maiden. I respect the divine plan and all, but I'm really just curious as to what the point of it is. I'm impatient. Meeting a demon actually sounds pretty gosh darn exciting. Wow, this really rapidly turned from subtext into text.
Were you telling me this is a Nami game? No,
maybe
I don't
I'd understand my role better if I were just to hurry up and get captured already. I leave a note and venture forth to find a demon, just to, see what happens. Not long into my little adventure, a demon underling appears before me. It looks pretty scary.
I've appeared before you.
Ah, you look pretty scary.
Let's see. Shout for a hero to come save you or introduce yourself. What would you like?
I think that we want to be polite. I tell the demon my name and explain that I'm a maiden from the village.
Yum, 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 yum,
The
yum,
demon
yum, yum.
suddenly jumps me and starts biting a lot. How painful.
Yum, 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 yum. I'm biting a lot.
This plan of mine was completely stupid, I think. Why couldn't I have been more patient? Why did I go looking for trouble? I'm not angry or anything. Of course, this was all my fault for trusting a demon not to devour me on sight. This is my punishment for questioning fate, I guess. Bit by bit, I'm swallowed by the demon until I am no more.
Yum, 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 yum.
Well, that was quick.
Tasty. Nyeh. I like the underlying having like. Nyeh.
Accurate.
Yeah, there we go. Let's all right. Speaking of the underling, let's try the underling out. I am a demon underling in service of the Overlord. I'm not particularly strong, but not particularly weak either. That's what my friends tell me. My friends are never wrong. My job is to guard the castle and keep the humans away. It is unbearably boring. Heroes rarely come all the way over here to challenge the Overlord anyway. It's a lot of standing in one place, staring into nothing. And then I turn 90 degrees every so often, and if I catch someone in my sights, I challenge them to a Pokemon battle.
I like shorts. They're comfy and easy to wear.
I can only see in a cone and right directly ahead of me. Anything that happens off to my periphery? No, sir. I feel like I'm gonna go crazy if I don't get a break. I decided to ask the Overlord for a day off. Hey, Overlord, can I have a day off? She gives me an earful about responsibility and unquestioning obedience. I wait for her to finish her lecture before returning to my post.
Blah, 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 blah. Responsibility, unquestioning obedience.
What does she know about anything, huh? Who made her the boss of everyone? I complain about the Overlord to my friends. They agree that she is kind of a snob and totally deserves to be kicked off her throne. I only wanted to vent my frustrations, but the conversation somehow turned into an assassination plot. Oh no! Haven't we all been there, guys? I should probably steer this in a responsible direction. Overthrow!
Wow.
No, I'm sick of this Overlord holding me and my friends back. I agree it's time for change in management. My friends suggest that maybe I should be the new Overlord. I like the sound of that. I know it's my first act of rebellion is to take that day off like I wanted. My friends aren't very impressed. I assure them that I'll talk more about assassination thing when I get back, which satisfies them. Yay! I sneak out of the castle to have some fun. Woo! The change of atmosphere excites me, and I spend some time rolling around in the grass, wild and free. To make my way along the path to the nearby human village, I encounter a maiden. Oh, she greets me and says that she has a favor to ask.
I have a favor to ask.
I consider my options. I kind of want to see whether or not we get the same ending if it's from a different perspective.
Yeah, that's fair. That's a good test.
Maidens aren't the best meal, but I figure I should live up to my demon name and strike back against the humans. Nyar! Nom, 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 nom. I start devouring the maiden without so much as a second thought, and I feel quite proud of that. I'm pretty awesome. Nom, 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 I'm eating you. Other humans would surely praise me with curses if they were around to see me. Oh man, if only someone had been watching. That was totally cool. Time to find an audience for my evil deeds. I wander to a nearby village. Haha! The people are screaming and running away, throwing rocks at me and whatnot. That's pretty rude of them. Why would they do that? I haven't even done anything yet. What's the skull thing mean?
Is it a bad end?
Let's find out, because
Yeah.
we haven't seen this before. Time to put on a show. I attack the nearest human. He is old and weak, and his bones crunch delightfully. Nom 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 nom. Can't get that crunch anywhere else. Probably deep fried. Crispy chicken. My audience's screams grow louder. Applause. Woo! Thanks, audience. Thanks for the Foley work, audience. I think, hey, this is actually pretty fun. I should have taken revenge like this a lot sooner. As I continue my bloodthirsty dance, striking the villagers down, I fail to notice a sword-wielding hero running toward me. Takes you out in one swift blow. Or just a demon underling, after all. So I think, man, totally worth it.
Worth it.
Worth it.
Woo!
The curtain closes. Performer underling end.
Interesting.
Interesting. All right, time to try one for the Overlord.
Yes. I am the Overlord. I live in a castle surrounded by my demon servants. It's a pretty cushy life, I think. Except for those pesky humans who keep killing members of my army. There's even a role called Hero whose whole purpose in life is just to dethrone me. What's their deal anyway? I've actively avoided pissing off the humans in hopes they'll leave me and my army alone, but they never do.
How rude.
I'm
not gonna leave you alone.
all the worse for both of us. I'm still new to the whole Overlord thing, if I'm being quite honest with myself. I don't really understand the politics of it. But I remind myself everyone is just doing their best to fulfill their roles. I won't let them bait me into being the evil Overlord they expect. I think I'm pretty cool and mature to hold myself to the higher standard like that.
Oh yeah, totally. No one's been like that before.
One of my underlings walks into my room, totally interrupting my thoughts about how awesome I am.
I'm interrupting your thoughts about how awesome you are.
Fuck. They're saying something about how boring it is to stand in one place, guarding the castle all the time.
It's so boring to stand in one place guarding the castle all the time.
Especially since no one ever comes here anyway. I see their point, but the way they're whining about it kind of bothers me. What to do with this underling?
What do we think? Tell them to get back to work?
I guess so. I give them a lecture about responsibility and unquestioning obedience.
Oh no, I've been lectured.
My servants ought to do what they're told, whether they like it or not.
Oh, and I don't like it. It's the second option of the two.
That's unfortunate. For one of us. They look really unhappy with me, but I'm sure they'll thank me for this later.
I'm unhappy with you, but I'll probably thank you for this later.
Venturing too far from the castle tends to spell death. I dismiss the underling and lie down in my nice and comfy Overlord bed. All that lecturing made me want to take a nap.
Nap time.
I fall asleep pretty quick. Just another one of my amazing talents as the Overlord. I awake to a huge commotion outside.
Oh.
A hero has shown up and started totally murdering my soldiers. What the hell, guy? I rush out into the battlefield to confront this jerkwad. I curse at him and very rudely inquire his reasons for doing all this. The hero yells at me, demanding I return the maiden I'm holding captive.
I demand that you return the maiden that you're holding captive.
What if I don't?
Well, I demand it anyway.
I don't know what he's talking about, but I can't forgive his actions. I do battle with the hero, but he has grown strong from cutting down my army.
I've grown strong from cutting down your army.
I am unable to defeat him.
You're unable to defeat me.
With decisive swings, he stabs and cuts me to pieces.
Nothing personnel, kid.
Oof, ouchie. I fall. I have failed my subjects. I spit curses weakly. I wish I'd been stronger. Maybe I was never suited to be the Overlord in the first place. The truth was, I was never that much more powerful than the demons that served me. It was the title, the control that gave me strength. These are my thoughts as I am swallowed by darkness.
All right, I'm gonna go find a maiden now. She's probably hanging around here somewhere, right? All right.
So we're starting to get an idea of how those paths fit together, I guess.
Yeah, okay. 41 endings, huh?
That's a lot. And 4 mystery things.
4 mystery things. What's the bet? Oh, it shows you how many endings each one of them has individually.
This is cool.
A timeline. Oh, so it shows you how all the
helpful.
It shows you how they all interact with each other. Okay,
that's so helpful, and I think we shouldn't read too much into it.
I was just thinking the same thing. Is that seems really helpful, and I absolutely don't want to rely on it, at least for the beginning.
Yeah.
You know what I'm doing?
Once we have like 2 more to hunt down that we can't find, that's when that feature is going to be super clutch.
Exactly.
But for right now, I want to explore.
Yeah. Okay. So let's try being a little bit less of an asshole as the hero here.
Yeah.
I know we can fuck around and change a lot of these things. I kind of want to not do that initially.
Yeah.
Because I want to see how things operate under the constraints that we have to start with here.
Yeah.
And just by changing one stuff at a time rather than changing a whole bunch of stuff at once.
Okay.
So let's start back with the hero. It's my turn again. I'm the hero. Should we have it skip scene text?
Sure, why not?
Let's. I'm a pretty reliable and swell guy. Let's see what happens here.
Guess we gotta flee.
I'm gonna flee like a coward. Forgetting my pride, I escape with my life. I can't return home now. My reputation will be ruined. Ugh.
Ye gods, my reputation is ruined.
I wonder how I'll ever be able to rescue that maiden on my own if I can't even fight some lousy demon underlings.
No love for the steamed hams. Tough crowd today.
Sorry, I caught it.
Unless
It's a pretty funny joke.
I were to purchase fast heroism and disguise it as my own deeds.
All right, now you're stretching it out. Maybe that's taking the joke a bit too far. You know what the hero says? You can't take a joke too far. Otherwise, it won't be funny anymore. Unless you take it even further than that and keep going till you hit that like magical little plateau where it's funny again for a little bit, but only after it's been not funny for a very long time. So at a certain point, you kind of got to ask yourself, like, is it worth all the time I'm putting into this joke just to get the one giggle at the end of it? Are people still going to be around after the whole awkward bit where I explain the joke and everything?
Yeah?
All right, it was worth it. I'll take my chances at the castle. I'm a hero after all. This is my job. After a long trek, I make it to the castle's front gates. I'm faced with an army of demons that all look very intimidating. There's no way to sneak past these monsters if I want to reach the Overlord.
What if we ask? Just super nice.
I go up to the nearest demon and explain why I've come here. They stare me down and I feel very uncomfortable. I feel very uncomfortable right now. They seem to trust you and escort you directly to the Overlord's chambers. Wow, that was easy.
Holy shit, it's that easy?
Wow, easy.
Wow.
Oh, look at the Overlord's portrait. The Overlord is alone. I ask her about the maiden, but the Overlord doesn't seem to know what I'm talking about. Hey, where's the maiden?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Was she really never here? I wonder what could have happened to her.
All I got for you is shrugs, kid.
Sorry. Oh, man, that one just like, what the fuck? The Overlord says that she wishes she could help me, but I'm the first human that's come here in forever. At least that she knows of.
You're the first human that's come here in forever. At least that I know of.
Thanks. I think about I probably shouldn't trust her, seeing as she's a demon and all, but I can't really prove she's lying either. I apologize for the intrusion and return home to my village. Sorry. Didn't mean to get all up in your grill like that. I'm gonna go home now.
Yeah.
Maiden was never found. Useless hero end. Nice. Okay. Diplomatic. Prefers not to solve things through violence.
Interesting. So we can now set either option that we've seen as we go through the other routes.
Yeah, okay.
So now that we're diplomatic, we can probably do Overlord route.
Do you want to switch over to Overlord now?
Yeah,
then?
let's try that, since we know that directly interacted. And what if everything is the same up until the hero?
Yep, okay, so while we're here, do we want to grant the underling the day off? I deserve a day off.
Perhaps we do. I think it depends on how scientific we want to be about the changes and their scale versus do everything at once.
Okay, well let's be a little more precise.
Okay.
Because we're working on that one hero scene, right?
Yeah.
So let's keep this the same.
I am awakened by one of my underlings. They've brought me a hero who inquires about a missing maiden. I tell him...
Hey, do you have a maiden around here? Maybe one that's missing?
No, but I'd like to, if you know what I mean.
No, I don't.
Oh well. Well, I don't know anything. Humans never really visit this place.
All right. Fair enough.
He believes me and goes home, to my surprise.
I believe you and I'm going home.
I figured he might try to fight me, but I'm glad to get back to my nap instead.
Enjoy your nap. I assume that's what you're up to.
Until I wake up to something completely unexpected. One of my underlings is tearing my throat out.
I'm tearing your throat out.
Ouch, ooh. I try to struggle, but I can tell I'm already mortally wounded. What have I done to deserve this kind of ending?
You'll never figure it out.
I curse at them, choking on my own blood. I die wondering if I could have done anything to prevent this.
Probably not. I wouldn't think too hard about it. Assassinated Overlord end. Okay.
Okay. So we have a pretty good idea about what changes that then, too.
Yeah. Shall we go through and just give the underling the day off this time?
Sure. Let's try that.
See how that changes the ending?
I tell them to go take a break from the stifling castle atmosphere and refresh their dark soul.
Thank you.
A day off should be fine every once in a while.
I'm gonna go take a day off.
They thank me and happily scurry off to do who knows what.
I'm happily scurrying off now. You don't know what I'm gonna do.
I have nothing better to do today, so I decide to nap for a little while. Being the Overlord sure is great. I'm awakened by one of my underlings. A hero wishes to speak with me. He inquires about a maiden who was rumored to be here, but I've never seen her. Humans don't visit often, or ever really. As the hero takes his leave, I wonder why he totally trusted me there.
Yeah, don't worry about it. I totally trust you.
Heroes traditionally kill demons. This guy seemed like he was bad at his job, in my opinion.
Hey, I heard that. No, that's right. I didn't hear it. You got away with it.
Whatever, I'm still feeling sleepy, so I go right back to my nap. And yet I still get murdered. One of my underlings is tearing my throat out. Gee, I wonder if that depends on the choices made within the underling's root, huh?
I probably wouldn't worry about it if I were you, because you're dead.
Indeed, so I am.
All right. Oh, and this lets us skip this.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I remember now. I gave this one a day off, and this is how it repays me.
Oh, and that's the same ending.
Yep.
Okay, cool. So now we know. All right. Shall we go for underling then? Since we now see how we can kind of
Yeah.
fudge some of the. Yeah, let's try that. I'm a demon underling, and I'm gonna skip ahead. Oh, she's surprisingly cool with me taking a day off.
I'm
Nice.
surprisingly cool with that.
Thanks. I set off my adventure outside the castle. Change of atmosphere excites me. I spend some time rolling around in the grass, wild and free. Okay. So we already know how this ends. It seems like we'll get right back to the same ending where we launch on the.
Probably so, yeah.
Yeah. Did we get that? Wait, did we get that ending from the underling's perspective yet?
Yes. Because it wasn't an ending there for the underling. The underling went on to go to the town.
And then
attack
got
people.
hero murder. Okay.
But we could still gobble up and then not go to the town,
Was that a choice to not go to the town? Okay.
I think. Because we can change our mind and leave.
Good point.
Yeah, I figure if people are really this upset at just the sight of me, they probably won't fully appreciate any terrible acts I commit. Meh. Need to find a better audience. Also, they might fight back, and that probably wouldn't end well. I'm just one little underling after all. This little day has been adequately refreshing. I return to the castle thinking, maybe I'll take a nap. I don't get to sleep long. My friends make me up. How rude. One of them is stepping on me pretty hard. Ask them what their deal is. They say they're planning a whole revolution. They're going to get rid of the current overlord and put a new ruler in place. You want to hear if I'm in or out? Being a pretty lazy underling, I of course reply with, that sounds like a lot of trouble. How about we just skip it instead? I'm comic relief. My friends question my loyalty to their cause.
Okay. So let's try She's Actually Not So Bad, you guys. Because this will get us. Let's look at it, and then we can come back and try disloyal.
Yeah, because disloyal, we never actually saw the disloyal ending. We made a disloyal choice, but we never followed through with it. That's interesting. So we got 2 ends here. That's cool.
Okay, so let's try this one first.
Yeah.
It's actually not that bad, you guys. My friends are actually pretty disappointed. They apologized to me, but before I can ask what they're sorry about, one of them suddenly seized me by the throat.
Someone who's still loyal to the Overlord really has no place in our castle. You understand, right?
Their claws tighten around my neck. Oh, this sucks. I don't bother to struggle. I'm outnumbered. I already know how things like this end. It's a pretty messed up thing to do to a friend. I tell them. It's pretty messed up. And they slit my throat in response. Blah.
I see.
Interesting. Okay, well that's not good at all. Let's
Do we want to see the other option there?
yeah,
then?
let's go ahead and so we gobbled her?
Yep.
Right. And then we
Left.
Yeah, okay, let's kill the Overlord. I told him I was just joking and clarify that I'm totally in it to win it. I'm in it to win it, baby. They say you're just always terrible with jokes. It's true. Sometimes I feel like I focus on the wrong parts of humor where I just kind of like, instead of like making jokes rapid fire, just kind of sit there and try to explain myself for a while, and then I hope people find that funny. I don't really know if it's actually funny or not, or if I'm just kind of talking to myself for a while, eventually hoping that maybe I'll stumble on something that people will laugh at, or maybe they'll just giggle out of pity after a little while if I keep it going on long enough. What do you think there? Demon number 4. Unnamed demon number 4 in the corner. What do you think? Am I funny? I couldn't understand you, but I'll take it. Alright, whether or not I feel like actually killing the Overlord, I didn't know how bad it'd be to end up on the wrong side of things. If this assassination deal doesn't pan out, I can always pretend I was innocent all along. But beneath my shield of faux confidence, I worry about what I'm getting myself dragged into. I follow my friends outside the castle to talk more about the plan. I'm curious if they have any idea how they want to go about this. They figured they'd just lock her up in a room and set it on fire. What a stupid plan. That could go wrong in so many ways. Yes, my friends are just a bunch of directionless thugs, useless without someone's guidance. My guidance. There'd probably be casualties if you fought her head on. If I fought her head on, even. And while showy deaths make a revolution a heck of a lot more fun, it's probably the wrong way to go. My friends agree and suggest that I play the assassin. I don't really want it to come down to this, but, but I can't back down now. I'll have to be the one to assassinate the Overlord. Besides, no one has any better ideas. I sneak into the Overlord's room. She's taking a nap, like usual.
I'm taking a nap like usual.
This is almost too easy.
I narrate what's going on in my sleep.
That's really impressive. Is it like sleep talking, or are you still conscious somehow?
It's unclear.
I silently approach the master. I'm silently approaching. She looks so peaceful.
Interesting. Shall we do chicken out first and then come back and do time to die?
Sure.
I don't want to kill her. I can't go through with it. I turn to leave the room, but I find my friends blocking the exit. In a panic whisper, you ask them to let you out. To let me out, even. She hasn't been their way of testing your loyalty. You tell them this is pretty fucked up. I tell them this is pretty fucked up and ask them again to be let out. I don't know how to translate second-person pronouns into first-person. The Overlord stares in her bed while my head is turned. The demon shut the door. Scramble into the Overlord's closet to hide before she wakes up and sees me. Nothing I could possibly say to explain this and survive. I'm trembling. I can't believe those assholes would bully me like this. I feel like crying. Light flickers at my feet. Doesn't take me long to realize that they set the room on fire. I hear the Overlord trying to get the door open to no avail. We're both trapped. Too afraid to move, I resign myself to my fate. Me and the Overlord burned together. Well, that sucked.
Yeah, unfortunate.
Wait, what do you mean? Just unfortunate. You burned to death.
All right, let's
It
try.
happens.
Let's try one more go around and do the assassinate ending since
Yeah.
we've seen how that ends. Nom. Leaving. Kill the Overlord.
Time to die. I figured the cleanest way to do this would be to dig my claws into her throat. So I do just that. She wakes, but not in time to stop you.
I woke up, but not in time to stop you.
I watch as she chokes on her own blood, cursing me before finally expiring. I feel terrible. I remind myself it was either her or me. And I wasn't about to let myself get killed by anyone. I leave the room and find my friends waiting just outside. They look pleased. Only now do I realize that they must have planned to amuse me like this from the beginning. I am the new ruler of this castle. My subjects bow before me. I live in fear that they will one day betray me as I had betrayed my overlord. Lord Underling, NB.
Interesting. Okay. So, we know we're not going to get much further in the maiden one, because the maiden immediately... Well, what was our other option other than being polite?
To call for a hero.
Do you want to see how that turns out? And then if that doesn't work out, we'll change Underling from not to not nom her?
Sure.
Yeah.
I am a maiden. Ah, hero, come save me. I yell, but a hero does not come. The demon suddenly jumps me and starts biting a lot. I get bored again.
Okay. So that
now,
was the
we
same
haven't
one.
seen what the underling does if not hungry.
Yeah, so let's try that again.
But also, we haven't seen it from the underling's perspective.
We haven't. Should we do it from the underling's perspective first?
I don't know.
What are you thinking?
Well, we're already in this, so why not
All right,
just
I
roll
just
with
wanted to rest the underling voice for a bit.
it? Okay.
All right, maiden. Look at that. Cute maiden. Doing the cute maiden wink face. Shall we introduce ourselves?
Yeah. I tell the demon my name and explain that I'm a maiden from the village. I tell them that I was thinking maybe I could understand my role better if I were to hurry up and get taken away by a demon already. The demon doesn't seem to have really been listening to me, which is a little irritating.
I'm not really listening to you. I'm just looking at this clover over here. Yeah,
They agree to take me to their master nonetheless.
I'll take you to my master nonetheless.
After a long walk to the castle, I am introduced to the overlord.
Hey, Overlord, I found a maiden for you.
Oh, really? You've got my attention. I explain why I've come, and she squints at me. It turns out she never had any plans to capture maidens or to do anything else that would agitate the humans. I wonder for a moment if she might be lying, but it doesn't really seem like it. Still, this doesn't make any sense to me. I've always been told that demons would one day seek me out and something awful would happen. Then a hero would come to my rescue. I don't want to believe I've been lied to all along. Maybe it's just that I haven't been maiden-like enough. I ask the overlord what I should do to be a more suitable maiden, but she doesn't seem to understand. Just go home and stop worrying about destiny so much. There are other MMO FPSs, you know.
Yeah, like Anthem. People still play Anthem, right?
She makes it sound so simple. This overlord seems like the complete opposite of you. Of me, even. I want to learn more about her and how she thinks. I insist on staying to talk with her more. The overlord shares many stories about demons with me, and little by little I realize they may not be the ruthless monsters I was raised to believe. As it turns out, she commanded her demons to avoid towns and villages.
Aw.
She didn't want to risk giving the humans any excuse to send a hero out after them.
Well, that's just too bad.
I realized that must be why I'd never heard of any demons attacking my town. I expressed my gratitude to the overlord on behalf of my village. She says I can thank her by telling the humans to stop raising heroes. She's tired of her servants getting killed off by them.
Whoops.
I've always thought demons were violent and unreasonable creatures.
Well, you weren't wrong.
It seems the overlord could say the same of humans.
You were kind of onto something there.
I may be different, but really they're just trying to live their lives the same as me. I feel like I'm starting to understand things a lot better.
Understanding up.
Though I'm still a little disappointed that the demon lord wouldn't kidnap me. But maybe everything I've said was to deceive you and the other humans. What would you do if I turned out to be super evil all along? Even if she were to capture me now, I think this place is far more interesting than the way things are back home. I kind of like not being told to expect demons to come after me all the time. I feel free. Honestly, I've always kept to myself, but spending time with this overlord has been very nice. I feel butterflies in my tummy.
And about 36 minutes in, we've made it gay?
Yes.
Excellent.
Finally. As I think that, a hero enters the room.
I've entered the room.
I'm surprised to see him at first until I realize he must have been sent to retrieve me.
I knew it. They did capture a maiden here.
Oh, gee. Hi there, hero. I'm so glad you came to rescue me.
I bet you are. Don't worry, princess.
Confused, the hero asks me what's going on.
What's going on?
I explain the situation, reassuring him that I was never in any danger.
Oh, well, all right then.
Hero expresses his relief that this whole misunderstanding hadn't led to any horrible consequences.
I love her.
I apologize for causing trouble, but really, didn't anyone read the note I left?
You left a note?
Jeez. Yeah.
It's only been like 3 hours. Like, no one's had time to even notice you were missing yet.
The hero asks if I'll return to the village with him to give everyone the news of my safety.
Will you return to the village with me to give everyone news of your safety?
The Overlord allows the two of us to leave, and I give her a little wave as I exit the room. I'll be back soon. Near the castle's entrance, you spy a group of suspicious demons congregating. They're talking about assassinating the Overlord. You have to warn her. I have to warn her, I mean. But the hero shakes his head.
I'm shaking my head.
He says that if this is the true nature of demons, the world is better off with less of them.
If this is the true nature of demons, the world is better off with less of them.
This isn't right, I think. What kind of hero passes up the chance to save a life? This picture is basically that Gyate face.
With the what face?
The same face that the Kazami Yuka emote in our server does.
Wait. Oh, you mean the Rember?
Always remember.
The Rember? I was just thinking it looked like the Rember face.
Gee, I'm so glad I can make the Gyate face.
Is that what it's supposed to be called?
I think that's the name of the meme if you look for it, I think.
Well, I don't know about you, but
you'll see a bunch of different characters with that face.
I don't use the original name of memes. I use the one I grew up with them with.
The demons have taken notice of me.
Oh no, the demons have taken notice of us.
It's now or never. I take off into the castle, and the unreliable hero follows shortly after.
Hey, I heard that.
I burst into the Overlord's room, all my words spilling out at once. I should probably slow down, but there's no time.
There's no time to explain.
The Overlord seems to have followed my frantic explanation, but clearly doesn't understand the urgency of the situation. The underling I recognized from before barges in, calling me a liar.
She's a liar. I won't listen to her. Don't do it. She's a liar. A liar, I tell you.
I'm surprised they were a part of this evil plot. They seemed so nice.
I'm not an evil plot.
The other demons come in right after them, saying the whole thing was the first underling's idea.
What? Betrayal?
Everyone's shouting at each other now. It's really stressing me out. You are relieved when the Overlord demands silence. She threatens them with violence, and you think she is very Overlord-like in this moment.
She's acting very Overlord-like right now. Should I slay her? Do you want me to come in and take care of this one?
Nah, please don't. The group of demons hiss to each other before shutting the door, leaving the little one behind.
Oh no!
You watch as it pounds on the door in distress. Have they locked you all in? You have a bad feeling about this.
Oh no! You should have a very bad feeling about this.
And thinking that must have jinxed it because now the room is engulfed in flames. If only you had ignored those demons before, you and the hero wouldn't have stumbled into this situation.
Oh god, everyone burns ending.
If you had just pretended not to hear them, if you left as you were told, only the Overlord would have been killed. But you couldn't have done that. That path isn't an option. I couldn't have done that. That path isn't an option for me.
It's literally not an option. We didn't have the ability to do it.
I think that no matter what, I'll always strive for the path where everyone survives. It must exist. It simply must. No matter how many times I have to loop, no matter how many world lines I have to cross, I will reach Stein's Gate. El Sai Congro.
That's Kongru, Luca. But not a bad attempt.
The Overlord seizes her underling. They beg for their life.
I beg for my life. Don't kill me.
I pray. I don't know what else to do, so I just pray. The Overlord's claws pierce the underling's chest. They scream an awful scream. She digs and twists her claws into the poor thing while you continue to pray. But there's no saving any of you now.
Any of you? What, you think you're getting out of this
Any
alive?
of us. I, the Overlord, the hero, and the underling's corpse are consumed by flames.
Well, that sucked. Well, interesting. So now we're getting kind of we actually got much farther than I expected to in that.
Oh, yeah.
Like, that seems to be really close to what because we're all four in the same room. None of us actively murdering each other yet.
And we just need to solve the disloyalty stuff.
Well, I'm sure there's more to it than that, but... Okay, how should we go about this? Because, as you can see, we haven't unlocked a ton. Like, there still seems to be a lot of these to unlock.
Do we want to see from the underling's perspective the maiden thing?
Yeah!
That we just swapped?
Now that we've got the maiden thing going on, let's see. So we have to hear her out.
Yeah.
I'm in a good mood today, and I'm rather curious what the maiden has to say. Humans don't usually talk to me, so that's kind of exciting. I hadn't guessed it would even be possible to understand each other before now. I'm gonna make a cute little cat face. Ooh, W.
Ooh.
Ooh, ooh. They have oohs where you come from, too?
They do.
Oh, that's so cool.
It's part of my maiden training.
What?
You can't be a proper maiden if you can't do the ooh cute flower face like in that one text emoji that people always do.
Oh, is that
on
how
Tumblr.
it works? I never knew. That's so
That's
cool.
why I have the flower, you know.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's pretty cool. You're pretty cool.
Oh. I didn't read that last line, did I?
Yeah.
The maiden is going on and on about some kind of destiny she's trying to fulfill.
I need to be kidnapped by a demon. Don't ask any questions, just make it happen.
Bottom line, from what I gather, is that she wants me to take her to the Overlord. Sounds like it could be interesting. Besides, I have nothing better to do. Satisfied with my day out, I take the maiden back to the castle and present her to the Overlord. Here you go, Overlord. I found you a maiden.
Oh, sick.
That is
Finally, I have a useful servant.
pretty... Breathe me.
Oh, yeah, you did good.
Ah, yeah. We seem to be getting along just fine, so I decided about time for a nap. I don't sleep long, however. My friends wake me up. Rude! One of them is stepping on me pretty hard. I asked her what their deal is. Hey, what's your deal? They say they're planning a whole revolution.
So, it looks like this leads to our death immediately. Because they'll just kill us right here.
Yeah, just like
So I think
last
we have to
time.
at least feign a little bit in order to get out of this, right?
I guess so.
I wonder if this has anything to do with the demons that the hero kills in the very beginning. Does the hero have to kill those first couple demons?
Could be.
Hmm.
Let's see what happens.
Okay, here, this is different.
This is different.
Me and my friends turned into a pair of humans. I've overheard our entire conversation. Well, that sucks. They took off to the castle. They're headed to the Overlord's room. Fuck.
Is that the first fuck in this game?
Yeah.
Fuck. The Overlord will kill me for sure if she found out I was conspiring to take her out. I dashed into the castle after the humans. Sure enough, the maiden is already frantically telling the Overlord everything. They said that the humans are liars. They're liars. My friends soon tried to back me up, except they don't. Instead, they blame the whole thing on me. They cried that it was all my idea and that they were just going to go with the flow, too scared to refuse my crazy plan. What? I believe they all tell the Overlord such a blatant lie. I always knew better than to trust them. I'm the one who didn't have a choice here. We all shouted at each other until the Overlord demands silence.
Silence.
No.
Please. Regardless of who led this conspiracy, I have no choice but to punish everyone. To keep you all in your place, crushed beneath my heel.
Oh, wow, you mean it?
Not... what?
Oh, don't worry about it. Yeah, Wow, she sounds tough, but lately all she does is sleep. I doubt her strength.
I sound tough, but all I do is sleep.
True. I hear my traitor's friends mutter something about going back to Plan A, and suddenly the door slams shut. I'm trapped in here with the Overlord and 2 humans. Then the room bursts into flames. They pound on the door, screaming curses at those who betrayed me. The hero joins me, vowing to slay the lot of them. I wish he'd get that chance. Overlord grabs me by the throat, and I cry for mercy. I was forced into this mess. I'm sure now that they would have killed me if I'd sided with them. The Overlord doesn't hear my pleas. She drives her claws into my chest. I think she made it quick.
Well, that sucked.
Oof.
So what if, as the hero, we try killing them?
Yeah?
Let's try that.
What if it's just
The
the
ones-
first 2? Or just the last 2? I don't
Yeah, I
know.
was thinking just the last. Let's let these ones live.
Okay, yeah, let's try that. Let's flee from these ones. But now we've skipped all of them. Oh, but the maiden's here now.
Yeah, that's the point. And then we hear the conversation on the way out.
Oh,
And
will
then-
we get a
because
choice
remember-
then?
Yeah, 'cause remember, from the maiden's perspective, the maiden never had an option, but the hero kind of chose not to. So I'm thinking maybe if we as the hero, we have the option to, act on that.
Okay, I thought that you meant that earlier the demons that we got the chance to spare.
I
might have
thought
been the
about that
ones.
too, and that might wind up being the case to save the underling, but I want to see what this does first.
Yeah.
The Overlord and the maiden seem to be in the middle of some casual conversation when I barge in.
Way past cool.
Yeah, I know this is just Sonic voice, but that's fine. I'm a shonen protagonist, and this is how we sound. We have rights too, you know. We all look at each other in surprise and confusion. This is no time to hesitate. Shall we get this ending with the destroy the Overlord, then roll it back? Okay. I lunge forward, driving my blade through the evil Overlord. She screams, then falls silent. The Overlord has been slain. I smile, offering the maiden my hand. Takes it after slight hesitation. She must be surprised at how strong I am. I escort the maiden home. She's oddly quiet on the way trek back to the village. Hey maiden, you're oddly quiet on the trek back to the village.
Don't worry about it.
I am worried. She must be too
You
shy to
should
speak.
be.
The villagers are very pleased with what a good job I've done, saying the Overlord is saving a hostage. They throw a huge celebration in my name. I'm remembered for generations as the greatest hero the village has ever seen. Hell yeah.
Wow, I hate that.
I like how the good ending, the
I
triumph.
fucking hate that. Oh my god.
We feel like a coward. Ask if they'll let us in. Hey maiden, what's going on?
Don't worry about it. I was never actually captured.
Oh, fair enough. The maiden explains.
Unfortunately.
What was that last part?
Don't worry about it.
All right. The maiden explains that she was never actually captured, and she came here of her own volition.
I came here of my own volition.
That's a word a day word right there, volition. I've been reading my calendar. That's a pretty dangerous thing of her to do, but no one got hurt, so at least there's that. Yeah, let's chat for a little bit. Check out these cute chat little icons. I ask her to return to town with me to reassure everyone of her safety. The Overlord allows the 2 of us to leave, and we casually exit the castle. Later, nerd. Maybe we can play Mario Kart sometime. I pause when we see a group of suspicious demons standing near the entrance. They're talking about assassinating their Overlord. This proves to me that demons really are foul creatures.
We have to tell her about this.
You don't understand what the maiden. I don't understand what the maiden is thinking. Even. The world is better off with less demons. They're all cold, ruthless creatures that should be destroyed. And those same creatures have just noticed me eavesdropping. The maiden takes off into the castle, and I have no choice but to follow. Oh, interesting. We don't have another option yet. I burst into the Overlord's room. The maiden frantically tries to communicate what I'd just overheard. A demon underling barges in next, calling us all liars, followed by the group from the entrance, who shifts the blame back onto the little one. These demons really only care about themselves. How low can they be? I begin shouting at them, and the whole room dissolves into noise. The Overlord yells for everyone to shut their traps. She threatens them with violence. This Overlord is no better than her subjects.
I'm no better than my subjects.
You said it. I grip my sword tightly. If I have to cut through everyone here to get this maiden to safety, I certainly will. A group of demons hiss to each other before shutting the door, leaving the runt of the litter behind. I glance around for another exit, but there isn't one. I have a terrible feeling about this. In an instant, the whole room is in flames. What kind of demonic magic is this? This is bullshit. The underling pounds on the door, upset that it's been betrayed. You join it, vowing to slay the cowardly demons on the other side. Next moment, the Overlord has taken hold of the underling. It's crying for mercy. She thrusts her claws into the underling's chest and it lets out a horrible scream. I back away. I won't be the next target of her rage. She continues to dig and twist her claws into its limp body. I can no longer watch. I look to the maiden. She's crying, hands clasped together in prayer. To have faith in a time like this, I envy her. The two of us, the Overlord and the underling's corpse, are all consumed by flames. That blows. Okay. So,
Interesting.
what if we tried killing those first two?
Yeah. Let's try that. Let's try that.
Because maybe that puts the underling in a position where they don't have to... I make quick work of the vile creatures.
Let's try asking, though.
I attempt to explain why I come, but the monster before me is eyeing me with
Because
suspicion.
we're covered in blood.
Can't help but notice the demon blood from earlier. I hadn't had the chance to wash up yet. Whoops. No choice but to fight the army in self-defense. Oh well, more experience points for me. Make my way through the castle, fending off all the demons that stand in my way. Make to the Overlord's chamber and hoping you're still in time to save the maiden. I find the maiden being held captive by the Overlord, just as I suspected. For some reason, I can't sense anything sinister happening. We all look at each other in surprise and confusion. There's no time to hesitate.
What's going on?
I wonder if we can... I wonder how that changes things.
Yeah.
Oh, she explains that she came here on her own and was never in any danger. She hesitantly asks why I'm covered in blood.
Why are you covered in blood?
I don't know how to respond. The Overlord moves past me and out the door. See her army in lifeless, bloody piles. She's wailing. It's horrible. It's my chance, hero.
It really
Shall we
wants
do
us to
both
be
of them?
heroic.
Yeah, let's stab her first, and we'll come back and do a misunderstanding. I lunge forward, driving my blade through the evil Overlord. She screams and falls silent. The evil Overlord has been slain.
And this looks like the same, yep. Okay. Yeah.
All right, so let's roll that again. So we slaughter these
Yep.
ones, right? Last time.
Yep. And then we asked, and it made us.
Yeah, and then we ask her what's going on.
This is all just a big misunderstanding.
You hope she'll let this whole thing slide if you could explain yourself. You really try, but the Overlord is inconsolable. Hey, I'm trying to console you here.
Fucking don't.
She tears me apart, and the maiden watches in silence. I die, I can't help but think I probably deserve this.
You really did.
All right. So let's...
I wonder what happens from the maiden's perspective and things like that, huh?
And then diplomatic. From the maiden's perspective? If we go back and do the slaughter stuff?
Yeah, because we'll need to see everything from every perspective. Though I wonder, what happens in Hero Route if we don't kill the first two and do kill the second two?
If we do kill the second two, then that's everyone still. Okay.
If we don't kill the first two.
But don't kill the first two. Okay.
Yeah.
Flee like a coward from these ones and then cut through the army. Gather my courage. This must be what be done in order to rescue the maiden.
And now what if we do this and
Ask her what's going on? Okay.
Okay, so we still killed everybody.
Yep.
I see. So I wasn't sure if it was going to be we only killed everybody if we killed the first two as well.
Okay. I wonder if killing the demons frees up the underling, maybe. Or...
Well, now that the underling's not disloyal, that probably changes things.
Well, the underling's not disloyal, then they die immediately.
Which probably changes things. Wonder what happens. We haven't seen.
Okay, yeah, so from whose perspective then? From maidens, or...?
Sure, why not?
Yeah, there we go. Cool. So let's see what just happened here. Alright, we left.
Oh my, wait. Everyone died? Oh no, we left.
Yep,
Okay.
that all went fine.
Okay.
Oh, whoops.
I'm about halfway back to the village when I feel something is off. Unable to shake my concern, I look back over my shoulder. I stop in my tracks. The castle is engulfed in flames. Is the Overlord all right? I can't return to the village like this. I have to know. I have to be sure everyone is safe. I've already taken off before the hero can even think of stopping me. I scan the fleeing demons, but the Overlord isn't among them. Among them.
Oh, I love that game.
Against
I'm
my
always
better
red.
judgment, I rush into the burning castle to find her. I quickly reach the Overlord's room, but the door is shut tight. The handle is too hot to touch.
Hot enough for you?
More than. I'm too weak to force it open. I pound my fists against the door helplessly. What was I thinking? This is all because I'd forgotten my role. Only a hero could pull this kind of thing off. I start to cough. The smoke is too thick. I can hardly breathe. I realize I haven't got much time left now. I desperately head towards the stairs to save myself. But the fires spread faster than I expected. I won't make it outside. I can't help but laugh. What a joke.
That face.
A maiden saving the Overlord? If I'd just stayed true to my role, things wouldn't have ended like this. This is exactly the kind of punishment I deserve. I let the demon fire cleanse my rotten soul.
Well, that sucked. Shall we try running that with the hero now? To see, because the hero, it looks like she left the hero there. Maybe the hero has the option to follow her and cut down the door.
Maybe, yeah, let's see. Let's try that out.
So we're going to flee like a coward. Because we want to... Everything here has to go politely. I try to make conversation with the maiden, but she's been pretty quiet since leaving the Overlord's room. She's shy? Suddenly, she stops in her tracks, and I turn around to ask her what the deal is. Oh, the Overlord's castle is engulfed in flames. Well, too bad, so sad. Yeah, but feel relieved I got the maiden out of there when I did, but she suddenly takes off toward the burning castle. Panic sets in, and I follow to try and stop her. Smoke is so thick, I've already lost sight of her. What is she thinking? It's too dangerous to go alone. I feel hopeless. I stand alone at the castle gates. My body won't allow me to take another step forward. No, going in there would be suicide. I returned to the villagers and tell them there was nothing I could do. I was too late. Maiden was claimed by the demons.
Wow.
That sucks too. Okay. Really, the big puzzle here seems to be getting the underling out of the murder plot. What if we force the underling to keep a day in? How does that change things? To not go out and meet the maiden.
The underling goes out either way.
Right.
What I wonder, we haven't unlocked many options for Maiden and Overlord. The others all have 3. I wonder if there's more to explore with Overlord.
Let's try that.
Let's grant the day off.
Okay.
I awake to a knock on my door. The underling from earlier brought back some company. It's a maiden from the nearby human village. She says her role is to be captured by me. The maiden then goes on to say that she's been getting very impatient thinking about her impending capture, so she's come here to speed things along.
How come every one of the maiden's faces is just...
I appreciate her honesty, but regret to inform her I never had any plans to capture any humans. She seems very disappointed by this. Perhaps I'm not performing my role well enough. How can I become more maiden-like? I don't really understand the question. I think this world puts way too much focus on destiny and junk. Just go home and stop worrying about it, I tell her. The maiden seems to be having a hard time wrapping her head around this.
Look at those scrunched, furrowed eyebrows.
Oh my god!
Her faces are just all... Here was iconic meme face number 27.
This is that same one in the drawing. There's that one meme where it's got the girl from Genshin Impact saying, "Wow, you're transgender? That's so cool."
Wow, you don't have any biny? I know it's a different one, but...
That's so poggers. She insists that she stay and talk to me more. I feel warm inside as she looks into my eyes. This is the first time a human has looked at me without contempt. I wonder what to say. Ooh. There we go. There we go.
So we never so if we just... Shall we let her stay for a while? Because I think this will just railroad us into one of the endings we already got.
Now let's give that
And then we'll see what happens if we tell her to go home.
Yeah, let's give it a shot. I can't bring myself to send this maiden away. She just got here. I enjoy a nice long chat with her, sharing stories about my kind. She expresses her surprise that demons are not at all what she expected them to be. I'm glad that she seems to have an open mind about these kind of things. I also bring up how I always instruct my army to avoid humans, as not to agitate them and get heroes sent out after me. That explains why the people of my village have been left unharmed. It's because of my orders. It's because of your orders, isn't it?
Well, that's very presumptuous of you.
We are very grateful.
Do all of your kind go around taking credit for my actions?
I'm surprised to hear her thank me. I've always thought of humans to be violent and unreasonable. That's why my servants are always getting killed, despite my efforts to leave them alone. But this maiden is built different. I joke that maybe I've been lying to her this whole time, and I was actually super evil all along. The maiden laughs at that, saying she wouldn't mind being held captive here. The people in her village are a little exhausting at times, she says.
The people in my village are a little exhausting at times.
You can't tell if she's into you or not.
I totally am. Here, I'll put up a sign.
I'm interrupted by another human in my doorway. This time it's a hero.
Hey, what's going on here?
He was apparently searching for the maiden who was rumored to have been captured by your kind.
By my kind?
My kind, even. Captured? Not at all. I only wanted to meet with the Overlord. Didn't anyone read the note I left behind?
Note? What's a note? What's reading?
After everything is explained, the hero expresses his relief that this whole misunderstanding hadn't led to any horrible consequences.
I'm so relieved that this whole misunderstanding hasn't led to any horrible consequences.
The maiden apologizes for causing trouble, and the hero asks her to return to the village with him.
I'm so sorry for causing trouble.
I think that maybe that was too breathless.
Confusing feelings well up inside my heart. I'm surprised I had one of those to begin with. I don't want the hero to take this maiden away from me.
Ooh, that's a different one.
Let's see what happens.
Do you want to see what happens there?
Yeah. The maiden came here to be captured by me, didn't she? I'll grant her wish. I tell the hero I won't let him take her home.
What?
The maiden assures me she'll be back, but I don't budge.
But we had this whole thing solved out.
The hero is cautious now.
I saw that anime, Cautious Hero. It was all right.
Are you finally 100% completely, totally
I am finally
ready?
100% completely and totally prepared for battle. If you won't let her go, maybe you demons are all evil after all. And if you are, I'll be forced to vanquish you.
I have no choice. I destroy the hero before he can steal my maiden away.
No, I've been destroyed before I can steal your maiden away.
She's frightened. I don't understand why. Didn't she say she prefers this place to her village? Now she doesn't have to leave. I take a step toward the maiden and she backs herself into a corner. I don't understand. She wanted to stay here with me. That hero was trying to get in the way of that. I had to kill him. I'll be sure to keep this maiden very safe from now on.
Selfish Overlord NB. All right.
So what if we do that but let her leave?
Yeah, okay. So what did we do last time? We granted them the day off?
I'm certain she'll return to spend more time with me. I just have to trust in that, I decide.
Yeah, that's probably a pretty good call.
With the hero and maiden gone, I plop down into the comfort of my luxurious overlord bed.
Wow.
It's like a king-sized bed, but more demonic. I only sleep in overlord-sized. My room
Wait,
feels...
do they sell those at IKEA?
No.
I've been looking for a better bed. I feel like mine's a bit too small these days.
My room feels so empty now. Is this loneliness? I hope my new friend will be back soon. I close my eyes for a while, until my door slams shut. Before I know it, everything around me is being engulfed by flames. What's going on? I try to escape, but something's blocking the door. I'm having trouble forcing it open. What is this? Someone didn't want me getting out. Am I being usurped? They have zero foresight. What castle will they rule from if this one burns? I don't want to believe that my underlings have betrayed me, but this is no accident.
You can't prove it.
Those ungrateful bastards.
What are you talking about? Yeah.
I choke on the thick black smoke from the fire. I can't believe I'm being done in by a bunch of cowards. Friggin' liars. Friggin' cowards.
They're not better than bandits.
I'll see them in hell.
God, that's a deep cut.
I think about the specific reading of that line about once a week.
It's so, like, I both love it and hate it. Because that line is the whole justification for him calling them Why am I talking about that right now?
Yeah.
Let's do something else.
Let's try the Overlord being antisocial. We have not seen that at all yet. The Overlord has not done that.
Day off.
I'd love to have all the conversations in the world with my new friend, but having a human girl here will definitely cause trouble. I put on my mean face and tell her to get lost. But the maiden turns out to be very stubborn.
These faces are so good.
I don't want to hurt her, but I also really want her to leave in case something bad happens. I just get the feeling that we might be approaching one of some large number of bad endings.
I don't know why you'd be thinking that.
Yeah, I'm really
also, I'm
not
outside
sure.
the door now. I got my sword ready, my demon-killing sword.
This whole situation is just asking for trouble. Against my better judgment, I let her hang out for a little while longer. And then we reach the point that can skip, but we have the personality trait antisocial.
Yeah, I wonder what that changed.
Indeed. Interesting. Let's try letting her go. And then we still die just the same.
So what does antisocial change?
Nothing so far.
Oh, shall we try... Why don't we try seeing antisocial with the maiden?
Yeah. Let's. We still haven't gotten a single different option for maiden.
All right, we're going to introduce ourselves, right?
Yeah. Ha!
That's all the same, apparently.
Because we have the underling hungry.
Oh, whoops.
Yes.
How did I set the underling to...
Also, the Overlord's now a tyrant.
I feel like these got...
They got reset when we exited.
That's what it was. Okay, sorry.
So let's be the maiden.
We need the underling to be loyal so they don't die immediately. Oh, wait, no, disloyal is what sets it on fire. Right, okay. Loyal is what puts the underling in there, but about to die. Okay, so let's try this again.
The Overlord tells me again that I should get lost. How rude. I just got here.
Yeah, babe, she just got here. At least give her the time of day first.
We haven't even had a candlelit dinner or a romantic walk through the gardens.
Here we go. So refusing to leave will likely lead us to the same ending that we just got. Or a variant of it.
Okay.
Do we want to just see that first just to double check and then we'll come back and
just
obey
to
her?
double check. I put my foot down and tell her I'm not going anywhere. I still want to fulfill my destiny, even if I have to make it happen on my own. I'll kidnap myself, goddammit.
She'll do it. I've seen her do it. It's wild.
I've been practicing. She's a little frustrated at my stubbornness, but doesn't kick me out or anything. Hooray!
And then this will all be the same and we die in a fire. Okay.
Wow. Ow. That hurt.
Don't worry about it. So this time, let's obey her.
I don't want to cause any trouble, so I figure it's time to go home.
Just that. I feel like every single one of the maidens' poses, like, I feel like I've seen it somewhere before.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
so cute. I love it.
Along the way, I encounter a hero.
Yo, what's up?
He asks what I'm doing.
What are you doing?
Don't you know the Overlord's Oh,
Don't you know the Overlord's castle is like right there?
yeah, that's why I'm here. Just
Oh,
hanging out with my pal, Overlord.
fair enough.
She's pretty hot. Literally in a couple of minutes.
What?
Don't worry about it.
I am worried now.
After enough world lines, I gained the ability to remember the previous ones.
Oh no, you got reading Steiner.
Yeah, we all die in a fire.
What?
I kind of don't want this ability. I don't want to remember that.
That sounds horrible. That sounds macabre. You should read your line so I can go past this screen.
Oh, I thought I did. I explain everything that happened. The hero seems to think I'm lying to him.
I think you're lying to me.
He asks if I've been brainwashed by the demons. What nerd?
Have you been brainwashed by the demons?
No. I'm very upset that this so-called hero would treat me this way, and I leave in a huff.
Oh no, don't leave in a huff, maiden.
I return to the village alone. Everyone was very worried about me. They surround me with 1,000 questions, and I tell them my story. As I explain that the Overlord never had any intentions to harm anyone here, I notice the looks of uncertainty in the crowd. People are whispering things to each other while I speak to them.
This is no good.
I am loudly interrupted by an older man. He rudely calls me a demon sympathizer.
Demon sympathizer.
The crowd is growing unruly. I don't understand. I've only told them the truth. Do they not believe me? Everyone begins speculating what must have actually happened. They weave elaborate lies and ask me to prove my innocence. How could I have returned without the aid of a hero, they ask.
How could you have returned with the aid of a hero?
I could not have possibly escaped the Overlord on my own without harm.
You could have absolutely not possibly escaped the Overlord without harm. On your own.
I must be conspiring with the demons, trying to trick everyone into believing they aren't the horrible creatures we know them to be. So they say.
You must be conspiring with the demons, trying to trick everyone into believing they aren't the horrible creatures we know them to be. Is what I say.
Have the people of my village always been this blinded by their fears and hatred of things they've never cared to know?
Yeah, it's fucked up.
I wonder how I missed that before. I am seized by the crowd, and voices from all sides are calling for public execution. I am to be burned at the stake. What is it about me and fires? Fuck. I don't want to die. I wonder, would it have been better to hide the truth? I don't like the thought of that. I have always lived honestly, so why has this happened? Why am I being punished? I hear the dissenting voices of my family and neighbors, but they, like me, are powerless against the momentum.
I'm a dissenting voice of your family.
I am a dissenting voice of your neighbor. I'm here too. I just like to go wherever there's fire.
They can only watch as I burn, and I can only cry for them.
Me underling, that's right.
Realized Underling was straying very close to Meowth
I
voice.
see. I am so sorry.
Well, that blows. Let's see what the hero has to say about that.
Yeah, let's. Super let's.
So we're gonna flee like a coward.
On my way to the Overlord's castle, I spot a maiden heading back toward the village. She couldn't have come from the Overlord's castle, could she? This may be the exact maiden I'm currently seeking to rescue. I approach her with curiosity. I ask the maiden what she's doing. Doesn't she know the Overlord's castle is like right the heck there? It's dangerous. To go alone, the maiden explains that she spoke with the Overlord, and it turns out the demons never had any diabolical plans to harm the village or anyone in it.
Best first date of my life. We haven't seen either of these. Should we take the end first?
Yeah, let's take the end first. Although, believe her story seems like it still ends up with her walking off to get killed, but...
Probably.
I'm not sure I should listen to this maiden. I've been taught my whole life that demons are evil. I ask if she's sure about all this, but she gets very upset that I think she would lie to me. She storms off before I can say anything else. I decide to return to the village. Certain she must have been the kidnapped maiden I was sent to rescue. Glad that took care of itself.
I take my time walking home. Job well done today, I think to myself. So I walk past the town square. I notice the whole village is crowded around. Is that the maiden I saw earlier? She's bound to a wooden stake. The crowd is in a frenzy. That's no good. Smoke begins to rise, and I stand idly by as flames consume the maiden. She must have done something horrible to deserve that. She seemed nice, though, I think. But evil comes in all forms, I reassure myself. I decide to call it a day and return to my house. But I can't escape the sinking feeling. Maybe I'm not cut out for this role. Wow, that sucks. Okay, let's try that again.
Let's try that again, but trust her.
Yep. Play like a coward. Believe her story. I have no reason to assume she's lying to me. Even though her story's kind of hard to believe, I feel like I should trust her. I tell her I'm pretty surprised that everyone has been wrong about demons all along. I'm pretty surprised that everyone's been wrong about demons all along.
Yeah, me too.
The townspeople must be informed of this immediately. The two of us returned to the village. They had all been so worried. They praised me for my bravery. The maiden quickly sets the record straight. There was nothing she needed to be rescued from in the first place. Villagers look at me for explanation. Bitches, am I right? I politely inform them that this isn't my story to tell. I merely ran into her on my way to the castle. She explains the Overlord isn't interested in capturing maidens or anything of that sort. Villagers turn to me again in disbelief. They aren't being subtle in how little they trust this maiden's story. I totally believe her, but to placate these fair citizens, I volunteer to speak to the demons personally, just in case. The crowd breaks into hushed whispers. Too busy thinking about what a great and reliable hero I'm being to hear what they're saying. Town's elder's voice breaks me out of my thoughts. He implores me to meet with the Overlord immediately and says they'll all keep an eye on the maiden until I return. I mean, that sounds about right, but the mood is kind of intense for some reason. Did I miss something? Not sure what's going on, but I feel like I get the feeling it might be bad to leave the maiden on her own. But she suddenly takes off running. Oh well, I thought the two of us were in this together. Her actions have convinced the crowd that she's obviously been a liar and a witch from the start. People are shouting for you to hunt her down and her demon friends already, but that doesn't sound like a very heroic task. Not at all. I can't help but feel these people are wrong. It's up to me to catch up to her, talk to the demons in order to clear up this misunderstanding. I valiantly dash after the maiden toward the Overlord's castle. But I was too late. At the unguarded gates, I spot a group of demons surrounding a body. The maiden. She was a fool to have trusted the demons after all. My hero blood is boiling. I will avenge her death. I charge through the gates and eliminate every demon I see.
What the fuck are you doing, killing all my soldiers?
The Overlord is angry. I vow to exterminate her and all of demonkind. I clash again and again, but the Overlord isn't going down easily. We're both dangerously low on health when everything goes black. My quest has come to an abrupt end.
Nothing personnel, kid.
Interesting. So we've got a very different turn of events now. Let's see that one from the maiden's perspective.
Yeah.
Because I bet if we can... We're going to be polite. We're going to obey her this time, right?
He is very surprised that demons don't seem to be as malicious as I was raised to believe.
I'm very surprised that demons don't seem to be as malicious as I was raised to believe.
The two of us returned to the village hoping to communicate this to everyone.
Let's return to the village and let's hope to communicate this to everyone.
They had all been so worried and are very glad that the hero brought me back.
Oh, we've all been so worried and we're very glad you brought the hero back. Yes, we are going to pound this guy into the ground by the end of this.
I quickly set the record straight. I wasn't rescued because there was nothing to be rescued from in the first place. The villagers seemed confused and looked to the hero for an explanation.
Bitches, am I right?
He tells them he only ran into you on his way to the castle and that this isn't really his story to tell.
This isn't really my story to tell. I only ran into her on the way to the castle.
I explained to them how I met the Overlord and that she's not actually interested in capturing maidens or any other mean things like that. The villagers look again to the hero for confirmation. I feel a little miffed that they seem to prefer his word over mine, but I don't say anything about it. The hero proclaims that he believes my story,
I believe your story.
but volunteers to go talk to the demons himself.
But I'll volunteer to go talk to the demons myself.
Just to make absolutely sure.
Just to make absolutely sure.
Would the hero like to take my lines too?
No, I'm just saying what you say that I say. You narrate, and then I do the voice acting for it. That's how this gag works.
The crowd breaks into hushed whispers. I hear words like trickery and demon sympathizer being thrown around, which makes me frown.
That's no good.
I'm pretty shocked that everyone's this hesitant to believe me. Does the hero even trust me? I'm not sure anymore. An old man implores the hero to go speak with the Overlord immediately.
You should go speak with the Overlord immediately.
He says I should be held prisoner and considered dangerous until the hero returns.
We should hold her prisoner and consider her dangerous till the hero returns.
Much to my disbelief, the crowd agrees with him. Because, of course, if I was conspiring with the demons, they can't afford to let their guard down. The whole village would be slaughtered by monsters. The hero isn't saying anything. I'll be tied up and tossed into a cell at this rate. If I'm going to be held captive by anyone, it's going to be the Overlord, not my fellow countrymen.
Did we not have the option to say anything as the hero?
We didn't.
Here
we can
we
grab
go.
the hero and run.
Okay, so let's leave on our own first, and then we'll... Okay.
I can prove myself without anyone's help. I make a run for the Overlord's castle, leaving the hero behind. A suspicious group of demons stands just outside the entrance. They're talking about assassinating the Overlord. They immediately notice I overheard them. The underling I recognize from before is the first to do something about it.
This is just the way it has to be. Nothing personnel, kid.
They suddenly attack me. In that moment, I regret having ever trusted the demons.
I suddenly attack you.
I die instantly.
Yeet.
What happens if we do that exact same thing, but the underling isn't disloyal?
So if the underling's not disloyal, then they die immediately, and they never even get to that point.
Yeah, that's why I'm curious what happens.
Oh.
Because we have not seen this with the underling.
Okay,
loyal.
so you want to do that variant first before we bring the hero with us?
Yeah, because we'll very likely still die. But how?
Obey her.
And then we leave on our own.
Leave on our own.
Right, because now it's on fire. But as I get closer, I start to notice a tower of black smoke darkening the beautiful blue sky. The castle is engulfed in flames. What in God's name could have happened? I scan the fleeing demons, but the Overlord isn't among them. Oh, it's the same ending.
Yeah, okay, so that's... Selfless Maiden and A.
Wait, is that different from B? I thought we got B before.
We did get B before.
Let's do Hero then as well, so that Hero gets there too late and gives up. Because
Okay.
that'll be bystander Hero A, I bet. Let's do that.
Cool. I'm just trying to make sure I keep the depth chart in my head here. Coward.
Believer.
Believe it. The air becomes dark and thick as I enter deep into demon territory. Evil miasma? No, it's just normal smoke. See the maiden ahead, but she stopped in her tracks. The Overlord's castle is engulfed in flames. It only taken my eye off the maiden for a second and she's already disappeared. I get closer to the castle, but the smoke is so thick now. I think of turning back. Maiden might need my help, but I barely see. She could be impossible to find. She could have been lying to me all along. Was this a trap? Would it be worth risking my life on that chance? My legs feel heavy. No. Going in there would be suicide. I'll turn to the villagers. And there's bystander Hero and A. Good call.
All right, so now let's try doing the maiden and bringing the hero along. See what we get.
All right. Gonna obey her this time. And then we grab the hero and run.
I boldly announce that I'll accompany the hero to prove myself. I'd rather risk what's out there instead of staying in a village that doesn't trust me.
Wow, that's pretty poggers.
No one seems to know how to react. I grab the hero by the wrist and take off before anyone stops us.
Yo, that's my wrist. Careful, I've got carpal tunnel.
Near the castle's entrance, we spy a group of suspicious demons congregating.
This also gives us the skip option here.
Yeah,
I wonder if...
what happens.
Let's...
Same old.
Same old.
So let's try having the underling be loyal and do that.
Be... Okay. We introduce ourselves. We obey her. Grab the hero and run.
But as I approach the castle, I notice something's gone terribly wrong. It appears to be on fire. Is the Overlord all right? I have to be sure everyone is safe. I've already taken off before the hero can even think of stopping me. And now we hit the skip zone and I die in a fire.
Cool. Okay, so
Well, now that we have the maiden doing this, we have got some other options with the other folks, don't we?
I was thinking, let's see the scene from the underling's perspective. So
Yeah.
maybe the underling has an out here.
Yeah, because the underling might be able to choose to turn on the other demons.
Right.
In fact, we've never seen the scene where the hero and maiden are there
From
as the underling's perspective.
Yeah, let's try that.
Not even once.
That's me. I am a demon underling. We're just gonna hear her out real quick.
So we have to say, okay, let's kill the Overlord. We want to get out of here alive. We don't have an option.
Interesting. What happens as the Overlord then?
Right, because that option didn't even come up. So you want to see this as the You want to see the same series of events as the Overlord then?
Yeah.
Okay. What if... So right now we've told them we've granted them the day off, right?
Yep.
And that doesn't seem to change anything. And we have to tell her she'd better go home.
Yep. The maiden does what she's told and takes her leave. I figure I may as well go back to bed now.
Okay.
But I don't get to rest for very long. The maiden suddenly bursts into my room accompanied by a hero. She's trying to frantically communicate something to me, but I'm still half asleep.
Wait, what is this?
Another version of the previous times that they burst in here to communicate something to me.
Right, and we're about to get set on fire.
They tell me a group of demons is after my life. I still don't grasp the urgency of the situation. One of my underlings barges in next, shouting that the humans are liars.
They're liars, I tell you. Liars.
They're followed by another group of demons, crying that everything was that first underling's plan.
No, they're lying.
Everyone is
I like
shouting
these
over
colors,
each
though.
other now, and it's very annoying. I yell for all of them to shut their traps.
Meow, that's right.
I have no doubt that my servants would let their ambition cloud their judgment and lead them to try to take my throne. Regardless of who led this conspiracy, I have no choice but to punish everyone to keep you all in your place, crushed beneath my heel. Saying that made me feel very overlord-like.
yes, please.
I'm not sure if I have the strength to back it up, though. Lately, all I do is sleep. The group of demons start muttering something about going back to Plan A, and suddenly slam my door shut. I, the maiden, the hero, and one of my underlings are trapped inside. In an instant, the whole room is in flames.
No!
The underling pounds on the door, cursing at their friends for betraying them.
Fuck you, friends.
The hero pounds on the door as well, vowing to slay the cowardly demons on the other side. So this is how I'll die, burned alive in my own room by those I thought I could trust. I should have expected this from a bunch of idiot demons, though. I noticed the maiden crying. Why does she have to die over something that has nothing to do with her?
I noticed in this one, the hero's working with the underling.
That happened in the previous times that the hero was
Okay.
there for this scene.
And the Overlord now hasn't immediately killed the underling.
Indeed, because we haven't seen this scene from the Overlord's perspective.
Right.
Perhaps she was cursed from the moment she spoke to me. I wonder if I'm cursed as well. I'm so filled with anger and frustration, I don't even notice that I've grabbed the underling those traitors blamed everything on.
No!
They cry for mercy, saying that they were dragged into this plot, knowing they'd be killed if they took your side.
Yeah, I was dragged into this plot. I knew I'd be killed if I took their side. If I took your side.
They cry that they didn't want to have to kill you.
I didn't want to have to kill you.
I almost feel sorry for them.
Here we go.
So we haven't seen either of these.
Right.
Let's take Retribution.
Take
first.
Retribution's obviously just going to end things, so let's do that. But I think being able to forgive the underling, I think is going to have a hint in how we get out of here.
I pierce their chest with my claws. They scream.
No!
The hero backs away. He is wise not to interfere.
Oh, maybe the hero has an option there.
They've stopped moving, but I keep digging and twisting my claws into them.
Yeah, it's no good.
It doesn't make me feel any better. The underling's corpse burns along with me and the two humans.
Spiteful overlord. Okay, so let's try that again.
Yep.
And this time, let's have the overlord. So we give him the day off. Tell her she better go home.
Yep.
Forgive them.
I released the underling. Killing them wouldn't make me feel any better. Besides, they've already gotten their punishment. We'll all burn together. Overlord's true end.
Overlord's true end. Before you're taken back to reset the story once again, you pause for a moment. True end, say to yourself. What's the point of all my effort if the true ending is this terrible? I must have forgotten where I am. This is the bad end theater. Is the pain setting in? Oh, but you should have been well aware of what you've been shown when you entered this place. It's a problem I've seen quite often. At some point, you grow attached to my little cast. You started to relate to their flaws, their plight. You started wishing for their happiness. But you aren't going to find that here in my theater, my lovingly crafted labyrinth of suffering. Anyway, I hope you'll pardon the interruption. You're making great progress. The choice to continue on to the next ending is always yours. I'll leave you to do it, dear guest. Doodles!
All right.
Interesting.
So that's something. We also now haven't seen this scene from everybody else's perspective
Where
when
she's
the Overlord is merciful.
Right.
Which I wonder if that matters.
So let's try that. So we're going to flee like a coward. We're going to believe her story. Right, and we never saw the hero get taken away by the maiden either.
Yeah, we didn't.
Let's see.
As I stand there not knowing what to do, the maiden announces that she's gonna prove her story to the village.
I'm going to prove my story to the village.
She drags me along with her. She's much better at odds with me around, so I don't object. Adventure awaits, after all. Wow, that entire sentence had 4 words that started with A in it. Very alliterative. Absolutely alliterative. Always absolutely alliterative. Shit, I can't think of a 4th one. Help me out. When we make it to the castle, I spy a group of suspicious demons hanging out near the entrance. Can't help but overhear their conversation. They're talking about assassinating their overlord. This proves to me that demons really are foul creatures. Oh, we have a skip button.
Yep.
She gonna kill it as retribution? Continues to cry and make excuses, but the overlord does nothing. To my surprise, she lets it go. Are demons capable of mercy? Guess it doesn't matter now. We all burn together.
Hero's true end.
No matter the perspective, the true ending remains the same. That's what makes it true. You couldn't resist seeing it for yourself, though, could you? I wonder what'll happen if you collect them all. Will you give in to despair, or... Let's do the maidens last.
Okay. Yeah, let's do the underling.
We hear her out. Okay, let's kill the overlord.
To my surprise, the overlord spares me. That was really kind of her. Or maybe she'd rather see me suffer instead. I don't know. Looking around, I've just gone from one dead end to another. Maiden is crying, the hero is silent, and we all burn together. Well, this fucking sucks.
Underling's true end. No witticisms this time. You just did it to yourself. All right, let's see the maiden. Introduce ourselves. Obey her. Grab the hero and run.
The Overlord spares the underling. I feel relieved, but does it make any difference? Will we all burn together?
Maiden's true end.
Should we...
It can't... Let's see this. I want to see this.
Okay.
You want to answer the maiden's prayers? Oh, wait, this isn't me talking anymore. This is... You want to answer the maiden's prayers. You've decided to find a way to save everyone. But we're chasing the paths you've seen so far. There doesn't seem to be any room to avoid a bad ending. Is there really nothing you can do to keep them all from getting killed in the end? Nothing you can do by acting from within their story. Maybe it's time to take things into your own hands.
Interesting.
Hero on fire, maiden on fire, unknown, underling on fire, overlord Interesting. Who is this? You boldly insert yourself into the story and use your incredible power to warp everyone to safety. Ha ha ha! You didn't know you could do that, but what's going on here? You take a moment to get a good look at yourself. You are... you. But why are you pitch black? Feel that this body doesn't accurately represent you, but you move past that. The hero, maiden, underling, and overlord have been staring at you too. They look like they don't really know what they're supposed to do right now. I guess that's because you're usually the one guiding them. What will you say to them? Hi guys.
Sup?
You smile awkwardly and introduce yourself. The maiden is the first to respond.
My prayers have been answered. You must be.
Her god? No, I'm merely the player. If there was any god here, they'd be the final boss. That's just how these role-playing games go. Now you realize what the real true ending must be. No, enough of this. I admit I've been encouraging you all along, but I'm a self-insert story? How passé. Do you want to take over you?
Sure.
Since because if I'm gonna keep doing the bad end theater.
You watch helplessly as tragedy descends from the heavens. You didn't honestly believe you were the only one who could force your way onto... Oh.
Yeah, keep going. Oh, you honestly didn't believe you were the only one who could force your way onto the stage, did you? I am the narrator, the storyteller, the god of this world. Call me Tragedy if you'd like.
Interesting. So it seems like this is the narrator still, too.
Okay. Darkness envelops your party. You don't mind if I send each of them back to relive one of the many bad endings, right? You are alone in the darkness with me, Tragedy. I sincerely hope you've been enjoying your time in my theater. Although I can't abide you stealing the show without permission. That's quite disrespectful. Are we sick of these bad endings, or do we just want to see something new? I think we're sick of these bad endings.
Yeah.
Then, frankly, you should never have come to a place called Bad End Theater. Haven't we already been over this? You think defeating me might just be the only way to see a better ending, hmm? And that's all that's left for you, isn't it?
You, a lost soul who wandered into my theater.
Well, this does sound like it could be entertaining. Show me your moves.
Time to fight God.
Stage is set for your final battle against me, the god of this world. What will you do? How will you fight against tragedy itself? I'd love to see it. What?
Interesting.
Shall we try attacking first?
Sure.
You try your best to tear me down, but you can't seem to do any damage. You don't truly exist in this world after all. Oh, is that all? You'll never defeat me like that.
Wait. Second tries the charm.
Attack again?
Second tries the charm.
You try your best to tear me down, but you can't seem to do any damage. Perhaps you don't understand just how outclassed you are here. Behold my beautifully tragic tales. Doesn't seeing them all again make your heart ache? You've witnessed 27 of my painstakingly crafted endings. Your heart does indeed ache for these characters. How could you want to put an end to all this? Do you truly care for them that much? They're still suffering backstage, you know. It's a shame they couldn't make it here to the end of the world. And that's right, you came here to save them. You can't do this alone.
Interesting.
Oh, shit! Should we call for our friends to join us in battle?
Seems like it.
I feel like Overlord has said she's at her. Let's summon Hero first.
Okay.
In a strict combat sense, Hero is probably useful. I don't know how to voice this.
Sure, I'll just take it then. You find the hero in his home, hunched over a sewing table. Your sudden intrusion scares the hell out of the poor guy.
Wow, you scared the hell out of me. Are you some kind of demon?
You explain that, no, you're not a demon. How can you explain it in a way the hero can understand? Instead, you ask what he's sewing.
Oh, this? I craft all my own hero gear.
You sense his pride in his hobby. You wonder if the costumes are what attracted him to the role of hero.
Actually, yeah, if I'm being honest. Would you like some clothes? You don't seem to be wearing any.
You remember the state of your body and decide that yes, some clothes from the hero would be nice.
Let's get you all fashioned up then.
He is overjoyed by your answer.
I am overjoyed by your answer.
Apparently, his outfits are too gaudy for the other townsfolk, so no one else wants them. The true end for the hero suddenly becomes clear. You offer to change his fate.
I could make a living as a tailor rather than a hero? Please, tell me what I could do to reach that dream.
The hero will now fight alongside you.
I agreed to follow you, but I didn't expect to face something like this.
Oh, the hero has arrived. We really couldn't have a final boss battle without him.
You're the one who's been killing us. Murderer. I can't truly call myself a hero if I can't until I see you defeated.
We'll see about that. Tragedy attacks with a terrible fate.
Oh no. Do we want to summon more?
I imagine we have to assemble them all, right?
Yep.
You happen to find the maiden as she exits the church, her heart set on meeting a demon. Perfect timing. She approaches you, having already taken notice of your odd form. Excuse me, are you a traveler? I've never seen anyone like you before. You explain that no, you're not a traveler. Well, maybe you are in a sense. You've come all this way. The maiden regards you with excited curiosity. Then perhaps you might be a demon? I was hoping I would meet one today. You think of all the terrible fates that hope would bring about. She is the catalyst of this story, after all. My role as a maiden is to be captured by the Overlord, but you see, I've grown so tired of waiting. You remember this part. She wanted to understand her role better, and so you ask what it is that she's really hoping to gain from this. The maiden is confused by your question. Perhaps it was as simple as wanting to reach the place she felt like she belonged. The true end for this maiden suddenly becomes clear. You offer to change her fate. If there's something I can do to find fulfillment, then please guide me. The maiden will now fight alongside you.
Heck yeah.
What is this horrible creature?
You wound me, dear maiden. Is tragedy really such a terrible thing to behold?
I remember now. I remember all the awful things you put us through.
Then this should be familiar to you as well.
Tragedy attacks with a terrible fate.
Should we keep assembling the gang?
Yeah, let's get the whole gang assembled.
You approach the gates of the Overlord's castle. The underling is on guard duty, as you expected. They call out to you. The other demon guard is sound asleep.
Hey, what's up? You're a pretty weird-looking intruder. What do you want?
You explain that no, you're not an intruder, although you're definitely intruding into their story right now.
That's pretty metafictional of you.
Indeed. You tell the underling you've come to save them from tragedy.
I know all about metafiction. I ever told you about my favorite story, House of Leaves.
I bet you've never met a fiction you didn't like.
Every time, it's funny. Okay, try taking me for boredom first. I hate this job.
The underling snickers. You ask what kind of job they'd rather have.
It'd be best if I didn't have to work at all. I just want to live a carefree life and never get bossed around or picked on.
You think of the underling's friends who had bullied them into an assassination plot only to betray them in the end. If they kept better company, maybe they wouldn't feel so restless. The true end for the underling suddenly becomes clear.
Oh, you got friends? I like friends.
You offer to change their fate.
Yes. So there's a way that it can work out to even work and be fun? Sounds fake, but I'll tag along with you just in case. Nyeh.
The underling will now fight alongside you.
Wait, what the fuck? You didn't say anything about a boss battle.
The underling. You must be desperate to call on such an unreliable ally.
If I beat this guy up, all my problems will be over, huh?
Oh, but it won't be that easy.
Tragedy attacks with a terrible fate.
Nyeh.
And finally,
You enter the Overlord's room, relieved to see the fire contained to the torches on the walls. When you close the door behind you, the Overlord rises from her slumber. Who are you? Have you come to reside in my castle and serve me? You explain that no, you're not here to serve her. It's more like you've come to do her a favor.
or a flavor.
You ask why she spends all day sleeping instead of commanding her demon army. She laughs in response. Many of my underlings certainly think I should be more aggressive with the humans, like my father before me. His quest for revenge was endless and self-perpetuating. There's a reason I had to destroy him. You can't help but think it's a little late in the game to be getting some new backstory.
Oh, My backstory doesn't care.
I have no interest in waging war on the humans. I merely wish to be left alone to live a peaceful, indulgent life in my castle. You realize she must actually be very lonely, only surrounded by soldiers instead of friends. No wonder she gets so attached to the maiden. The true end for the Overlord suddenly becomes clear. You offer to change her fate. My own attempts at peace have been rather imperfect. If you offer a solution, then very well. I will follow you. The Overlord will now fight alongside you.
Hell yeah.
I see. So this is tragedy.
Oh, you brought the Overlord. I don't stand a chance now.
You've prevented me from attaining peace for long enough. Prepare to die.
I hope you're prepared to face your deaths as well.
Tragedy attacked with a terrible fate.
Oh, now that the whole party's here, can you solve my final puzzle? Which combination of behaviors will open the path to your true ending? Show me.
What? How? Oh my god, and our HP is the number of endings we got, so we only have 23 tries to...
Interesting.
So what, that's 2, 4, 8, 16? Oh. We literally have enough to just brute force it, though.
Yeah? Okay.
Your reign of terror ends here, Tragedy. I refuse to give in.
The hero uses his willpower to overcome tragedy. Tragedy is reeling.
Let's try Hope from the Maiden.
Sure. Our true endings do exist. They simply must. The maiden hopes with all her heart to overcome tragedy. Tragedy is reeling.
Let's try Tenacity?
Sure.
Knock me down and I'll just come back stronger.
The underling uses their tenacity to overcome tragedy. Tragedy is reeling.
Was that a health bar gone? I just saw something happen over there. And... Ambition?
Sure. I'll reach my true ending with my own power. The Overlord uses her ambitious nature to overcome tragedy. This is it. With everyone's hearts united, you take aim toward your best possible futures. You all unleash one final attack to destroy tragedy once and for all.
Yo! The hard reads? We took that infinity and made it 0.
Yeah.
That's power.
You've done it. You've managed to defeat me. A tragic ending for tragedy itself. I love it. I must thank you all for fulfilling your roles perfectly. Starring Hero as himself. Thank you, Hero. Thank you, a maiden. Thank you, Underling. And thank you, Overlord.
Enough of this nonsense. We defeated you, so die already.
Don't worry, I'll be making my exit shortly. Finally, thank you most of all. We couldn't have made it here without you. Yes, my bad end theater did contain a truly good ending after all. I apologize for antagonizing you for so long. I wanted to deliver a satisfying story. Was I able to do it? I wonder.
I think we're satisfied.
Okay.
That was a really good story.
Yeah.
Thank you. I really do appreciate that. Happy endings shouldn't always come easily. Reality is not so kind. But you've earned this one. Here is your true ending.
Hell yeah!
Hero happily working away at sewing.
Yeah. I find it really cool to work at sewing sometimes. All the time. I do that that's what I do now. Strutting on the runway.
I am liking this.
I really like this. Oh, wait, and this is all the characters.
Hey!
Oh,
Overlord made friends with the village elder.
is this a Vocaloid?
It sounds like a Vocaloid or Utaloid or something.
It does. Yeah, that's so cute. Oh, man. This is such a... Oh, and look, the maiden and the Overlord.
Yay!
Yay! Your true end. Aw. a great game.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
That was
the theater.
wonderful.
That was awesome. And the thing is, there's still like a full half of these endings we haven't explored yet.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was such a great game. I'm so glad we got the chance to play this. Thank you again to Nami for sending us and letting us play this game, because this was a fucking wild ride. Do pick this up for yourself. It is on both itch and Steam right now. And as you can see, there's still like a good half of the endings and interactions we haven't even seen yet. So go take a look at this game and play it for yourself, because this is really cool. Any final words you want to say, Vivim?
I'm glad it got gay in the end and they got to live happily ever after in the Demon Tower. This is important to me.
I'm glad it could satisfy your interest in particular. Thanks for coming, everyone. Ciao.
Bye.
Smash that like, comment and subscribe.